Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Smash Bros. The Everyone is Here tournament. I got a funny little story to go over, but I'll get there in just a second. So we know the rules by now, right? I'm still going to put them up just in case anybody's new and you want to participate. You're always more than welcome to participate. What is this? Took a bunch of characters, put them into a tournament each day in the channel, as long as there's a matchup from the tournament. I will upload that matchup, and then I'll talk about the two characters, go over some facts, and moveset pool, blah, 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 all sorts of stuff, and then we vote between one of the two characters. But voting is a part of the rules, and yeah, like I said, there's a few rules, so let's run through them really quickly. Alright, we're doing this quick. Ready? Rule 1, this tournament is for fun. That means you can vote for whoever you want. It's totally fine. Vote for whoever you want. No hard feelings here. If they're in the matchup, you can vote for them, alright? Rule 2, you only get one vote per person. Only one. I'm checking. Alright, yeah. Well, yeah, please be fair. Be fair. Rule number 3, how do you vote, though? That is simple. Down in the comments, type the name of the character you're voting for. Please make it clear. If it's not clear, I'm not counting it as a vote, alright? If it's a kind of a blank statement that says, oh yeah, this character's cool, it'd be kind of cool to see him in Smash Bros. That's not a vote. You gotta literally say, hey, character's name, or I vote for character, whatever. Tell me who you're voting for. Don't leave a paragraph, and then I read through the whole thing, and then there's nothing clear about it, okay? Sorry, I'm wasting time. Rest of the rules, though, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being eliminated from this tournament. Once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, we flip a coin on camera, fairest way to break a tie, and then each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for 1 week. That means when an episode gets uploaded, you have 7 days to get your votes in for that match. If it comes in after the 7 days, it doesn't count because the voting has been cut off. Simple. To the rest of the video. Alright, so here's the funny story. So we're going over the results from last week, which was the matchup of Ryu Hayabusa, who was taking on Tails. Now here's the funny thing. I was looking, something popped into my head, and I was like, this matchup seems familiar. And then I went back into the winner's bracket. Ryu Hayabusa and Tails already faced each other in this tournament. I'm kind of upset that I didn't catch that before. That's just crazy. Hayabusa won the first match. This is not the results that we're going by today. This is earlier in the tournament. Hayabusa beat Tails earlier. So did Tails get the redemption? Was Tails able to, I don't know, do whatever and make a comeback and get a little bit of revenge? Well, as you can see, Tails is in the title of the video on the thumbnail. Tails does win this one. So it's funny. Last time Tails lost by 10. This time Tails wins by 10. Tails 49 votes. Hayabusa 39 votes. So Hayabusa has been eliminated, unfortunately, but that's okay. He went pretty far in the tournament, right? We're down to like our top 6 characters now, I believe. Wow. Final 6 characters are in this tournament. We're getting down. This is like the final, the final little stretch. But as you see, Tails is moving on to face Crash. Another funny little fact. If Hayabusa would have won, Hayabusa would have gotten another rematch against Crash Bandicoot. Because Hayabusa got put in the loser bracket by Crash. So Hayabusa couldn't quite reach it, but that's okay. Let's see how Tails fares in this matchup. Now, alright, so we're starting with Crash. Personally here, from what I see, not everybody, but there's a lot of chatter about Crash Bandicoot. Whether people believe he's going to be in the roster, whether people think he deserves it, whether people are just like, yeah, he's definitely a frontrunner. Whatever it is, there's a lot of chatter about Crash Bandicoot being in Smash Bros. Alright? And it's like, if we're going to go by the fact for third-party characters, for a second, if we're going to go third-party characters, third-party franchises that are not in Smash Bros., Crash Bandicoot, that series, that franchise has to be on the list, if not towards the top of the list of expected third-party. I can't even say expected because we don't know what to expect, but speculated characters, alright? He's got the popularity. He's got the fan demand. The moveset would be awesome. He would just be a sort of, he's a dream character in his own right. Because again, his whole, I don't want to say upbringing because that's not right, but his whole beginnings, the whole start that he had was on PlayStation. There's still people to this day that think Crash and Spyro are PlayStation characters. They're not. They're owned by Activision. They're multi-platform. The N.sane trilogy has been on multiple consoles. Crash Team Racing, the new one, that's been on multiple consoles. It's not a PlayStation character, but the fact that people grew up with that, the Mario versus Crash thing, is still a big deal to people. When you have like this rivalry you put into your head and you want to see it happen. For example, Link and Cloud. That was a huge one. That was huge back in like the late 90s. That was I need to see Link versus Cloud. Let's find out who's the better swordsman, right? Let's find out who's the best. And guess what? Smash Bros. Gives us that opportunity, which is great. So what if Smash Bros. Now gives us the opportunity to finally see Mario, the plumber boy, taking on this Bandicoot named Crash? Terrible. Personally, I've told you guys this many times. He's my number 3 most wanted character. I think, in my top 3, I think he's the most likely, though. Number 1, Waluigi. Again, I don't think... it depends on the arm situation, right? So, whatever. Master Chief, he's definitely more of a pipe dream than Crash. I think Crash is in the realm of at least possible, right? Nintendo and Activision, they do work together. Activision has no reps, so they have all sorts of stuff. And when you talk about Activision franchises and characters, Crash is up there. And again, moveset would be so fun. It's so easy and different. Yeah, he's going to have his spins. He's going to have that. Okay, that means he's a Incineroar Echo Fighter. Not even close. Just because he has one move that will be somewhat similar to Incineroar doesn't make him an Echo Fighter. I've seen somebody use that as an as an example for comparison. Like, nope, he's just going to be Incineroar. Okay, if that's what you think, you know nothing about Crash Bandicoot. But again, I talk about this all the time. All his crates, so he's got like regular crates that break open then have apples. So that'd be kind of a fun little second part of the attack. Maybe you can pick up a crate and chuck it at somebody. So it's like, I don't know, just a ordinary move, whatever. Throw the crate and maybe there's a chance when it breaks open, a couple apples fall out. Pick them up, eat them, heal yourself for a little bit of damage, right? He's got TNT crates, explosion crates. Drop those over the edge as like a ledge guarding type of thing. That would be really fun. That'd be a cool way to kind of keep your opponent at bay. He does have his bounce crates, so that could end up being somewhere in his up special potentially. He's got fruit bazookas. That could be either a side special or maybe a charged up forward, or it doesn't need to necessarily be charged up, but a forward smash. He's got, TNT crates. He's got the Aku Aku. I always think Aku Aku could make more sense for maybe a down special, like this little mask that floats around and helps deflect and projectiles and stuff like that would be kind of fun. But again, like he's got so much, and people want to see this, especially after his resurgence. And what was it, 2017 when the N.sane trilogy came out? And it's like, we just want more Crash. So why not put him in Smash Bros. And let him fight it out with Mario after all these years? Just let some people have fun with that idea. But again, fun ideas. Tails is in that conversation as well. My goodness, Tails is everywhere. Tails, he's been killing it in this tournament and in the other one. He just had a matchup yesterday against Skull Kid. I don't know the votes because I don't tally those up until the night before. So Tails, though, I mean, what more can I say about it? It's not a bad thing. It's just he's been featured so much over the past month, 2 months, that I've kind of like everything I've needed to say I've said about him. Popular, moveset's awesome. People wanted him for a long time, pretty much since the Melee April Fool's joke. It's just great stuff. Tails is just, I don't know, he's a gaming icon in his own right. He's been around longer than Crash Bandicoot has. So does that put him up ahead? Does Nintendo look at it more? Because that's an interesting point. How about we go this route for Tails? So Nintendo, they've kind of been reaching back into the past for these. Somebody walked by with a flashlight. That was weird. Okay, yeah, that was weird. But Nintendo's kind of been reaching way back into the past gaming, that characters that have been around for 2, 3. Okay, not 4 decades, because I don't think anyone's been around that long, but 2, 3 decades, all these characters that have a huge gaming history. Like, look at Smash Bros. Ultimate, for example. Ended up getting Simon Belmont. Richter Belmont. I don't know how long Richter's been around. Haven't been big into Castlevania, but Simon's been around forever. Went out and got Terry Bogard, who's been around since the 90s. Like, they go out and reach, and it's not just Smash Ultimate, you know, going back for Sonic, for Mega Man, for Pac-Man, all these characters, which happen to be third party. So they're going out and getting these, shall we call them legacy kind of characters, if that makes sense. So it's like, maybe that's a criteria that Nintendo is using when picking a character. Like, all right, have they been around for a long time where they've kind of built themselves up to being this gaming all-star? What does Nintendo even think is a gaming all-star? What is their criteria? Maybe they got this huge checklist of things that they specifically look for. Have they been on Nintendo consoles? Have they made an impact in gaming? Have they done whatever? Moveset, the personality, whatever, we don't know. But Tails absolutely has. He's been around since, like I said, Tails has been around longer than Crash. And speaking of rivals of Mario, that's Sonic and Mario always went at it. And we get Sonic in Smash Bros. And it's kind of like, I don't know, the Sonic series could do a lot better in terms of representation. Music, maybe playstyle wise. I know Sonic's kind of a little bit of a hot topic right now, and how he's the worst character ever because he's fast. Oh no, I'm so upset that they portrayed a character as themselves in Smash Bros. How dare they make Sonic fast? How dare they do that? And then he runs away and then he comes back to attack you. How dare they? I don't know. Maybe I'm not that into the competitive scene where it's that big of a deal. I fight Sonics online all the time. They're aggressive and they're in my face. They're not the running away types. Not like Clouds. Clouds run away too much. Clouds need to stop that. But, different topic. Let me just go to the voting. It's simple for me because, like I said, Crash Bandicoot, number 3 most wanted character, so he has my vote in this one. We'll see how he does, though. Tails has been on a roll, so maybe he picks it up, maybe he continues going on, but we'll see. Well, so tell me, Crash, Tails, or both? All great options. That is it for this one. So, I honestly don't know. The next matchup will probably be next week, late next week, I'm going to guess. And the matchup will end up being the winner of Crash and Tails and the winner of Shantae and Reimu. So the winner of those 2 matches will face each other next week. And there's probably only one matchup from this tournament next week. So we'll see how that plays out. Because then the winner of that faces... Yeah, okay, cool. So we could... Maybe we're on the path for another Crash versus Spyro match. That'd be interesting. Even though Reimu's been bringing it. Shantae brings it. Crash, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. That is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Second upload from the other tournament. That's later. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.